Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be carrying on with my Pikmin 3 Deluxe 100% walkthrough. So we are on part 6, day 6, and we're going to be going back to the tropical wilds because that's where the next story objective is. We're going to get a few other fruits as well today, that's going to be fun. And yeah, we should just get a lot done today, so hope you're looking forward to it. So let's get into it. But first we gotta sit through the boring text. The text isn't really boring, I don't mind reading it, but the thing is I've completed this game so many times that I almost know it like word for word, so I don't really read it anymore because I've read it so many times. But if you want to read it because you haven't read it, I always say in my episodes, if you want to read it, that's fine. I don't know why I always say that. It's just a little habit I'm getting into, but for the people who have already seen like the first 5 episodes, that's going to get really annoying, but for people who have just tuned in, then I think they won't mind. It's strange if you've tuned into a Let's Play on part 6 and you haven't seen the first 5 episodes, but I'm not going to complain if you have, because that means I'm getting extra views and more people are watching my videos, so yeah. Why am I complaining? Let's just get into it. Tropical Wilds. So we're going to get out a load of Pikmin. We don't really need to grow many Pikmin. I might grow a few rocks today just to even them out a bit, even though I don't think I'll need any more rocks because I've got plenty. But I'm just thinking how many I should take out. But I'm just thinking what I want to do today. I've already thought about it a bit. I think I'm going to get out a load of reds. I'll get a few rocks. I don't need many rocks. Plus what we're about to do, rock Pikmin aren't that good for. So let's just go down here. We're going to throw some yellows into this dirt mound to get some bomb rocks. We'll come back to them in a bit when the bomb rocks are out. It's a good use of time management, waiting, not having to wait, just doing the thing and then coming back when it's done rather than standing there. Let's kill that thing. I don't think he could even get in our way because we take a different path back to base whenever we carry stuff, but I just like killing him. Because why not? Get the snitch bug, no match for us, look how easy he is. Because we've got lock on and yellows. If that was Pikmin 1, it'd be annoying. Oh yeah, this was a puzzle here. You may have spotted this on the other episode, day 3, when we were here before. But we need 3 captains, but we have 3 captains now, so we can complete this puzzle. So we're going to throw our other captain across in a minute. I just like to pick up that data file first, because if you throw another captain across straight away, it pushes the other one into the data file. It's a bit annoying. So we're going to throw some rocks across. We only need 10 for what we're about to do. Throw 10 across, and then throw Charlie. We're going to jump down here. Now you may be wondering, what is over there? Is it a fruit that needs 10? Is it like a bulb? No, it's a data file. Well, that's not really the main thing, that's just telling you about multitasking, which I've talked about already. Here we go, box that needs 10. So I was saying that there's quite a few boxes in this game, and I am right about that, there is quite a few. So go, push that down, and where we need to go is, if you look to your left, there's a path that leads up a hill. I guess it's a hill, but we need to go that way, basically. Before we do that, we got 3 bomb rocks, and we've got all our Pikmin. So we're going to head to this spicy spray tree, and we're going to get some spicy spray, because why not? Let's just start getting it early, so then we can get loads throughout the day. There we go. Throw a load of reds on, because they're powerful. Plus we've got 95 Pikmin, so it'll be fine, and we got 3 bomb rocks. So it may be quite obvious, it may not be obvious, but we are going to be fighting a boss today. That's why I've got so many Pikmin with me, and that's why I'm making spicy sprays. Now, I'm not really going to bother with spicy sprays today because this boss is fairly easy, but I think starting from the next few Pikmin days I will start using spicy spray more, because we've got a good amount of it. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go about it. I don't just like wasting sprays, because it flowers up with your Pikmin, and all our Pikmin are flowered anyway, so I don't really see the point. Plus this boss is easy enough to do without spicy spray. So what's that in the sand? What is it? Let's find out. I think that is the signal that is coming from the map. So let's dig it out. And we got a cutscene, something's gonna happen. There you go. This boss is called the Sandbelcher Meerslug, and he is one of the most unique bosses in this game because of the way he uses the arena against you. So what you want to do is you want to have bomb rocks with you. If you don't have any with you, there's dirt mounds on the side that you can throw yellows up to. I just skipped through that. Never mind. You can pause, freeze frame to read it. I think it just tells you how to kill him. But if you throw a bomb rock at him when he goes down, he will pop out of the ground and you can swarm all your Pikmin at him, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage. Now the reason I'm not bothering with the bomb rocks on the dirt mounds is because I got plenty of bomb rocks already, plus I don't need the extra bomb rocks for anything else today. But if you want to get them or you feel like you need more bomb rocks, then feel free, obviously. When he pops out of the ground, the best thing you can do is swarm your Pikmin at him, and if you have got any bomb rocks on you, make sure those rocks don't hit the bomb rocks because they will automatically be set off. And I think another thing you want to do in this fight is be very careful with the Pikmin you throw, because if you accidentally throw a bomb rock when you don't mean to, it can obviously blow up your entire army, even. Like, I've had that problem before when I first played Pikmin 3, not 3 Deluxe, but when I first played Pikmin 3. So I'm just going to finish him off by throwing 2 bomb rocks into his mouth. And this boss is really easy on this version. See, he's already dead. On the original, he's got twice the amount of health he does on this version. On this version, he's got half health. And this is why I think bosses should have more health in this game. Because even though they are easier than the original, they are too easy. And they don't feel challenging enough. Like, that didn't feel challenging enough in my opinion. Maybe to a new player it does, but I've played this boss so many times and I was expecting it to just be the same, the bosses. I was expecting just the enemies to be nerfed a bit, but the bosses are as well, which is annoying. But he's dead. That's cool. So let's get this melon. This melon's really unique because it's in several pieces. I think there's a one piece that weighs 15, 2 that weigh 5, 2 that weigh 8, and there's a tiny little piece that weighs 1. So make sure to get all 6 pieces when you're carrying it back, because if you forget any it won't count as the entire fruit, so you have to go back and get it. So we're going to go back this way because we've done in that arena. We started carrying back the Meerslug, because why not, even though we got plenty of Pikmin. And now I'm going to disband my Pikmin and captains because we only need rocks. To be fair, it's probably quicker if we just do this. Just throw our Pikmin to the side. So it's best you do what I'm about to do now with rocks, because other Pikmin can die quite easily because there's going to be rocks coming down at us. So if any other Pikmin come with us and they get crushed, then they're instantly going to die. But if we take just rocks, then they're not going to die from getting crushed, they're just going to be sprouted. So we need 3 captains. You can technically do it with 2 captains, but if you take 3 you can get the data file at the top as well. So all you need to do is go up here, avoid this rock, and then just throw your rocks at him. And before he can shake off, he's dead. So there's a fruit. I forgot what this fruit is called, but it weighs 5 Pikmin. So just throw 5 Pikmin on it and they'll start carrying it back. If you did what we did on day 3, we built a bridge that leads all the way over to this area here. If you haven't built that bridge already, then they will take a much longer route back round, and there's fire enemies on the way back, so do bear in mind that you may have to stop them from carrying it straight away. Like, what you should do is do what I've done now, but when they get down to where they are now, just whistle them off if you haven't built the bridge yet, because the route they'll take is super long and it's not really worth it in my opinion. You just wait until the bridge is done, then carry it across the bridge. Oh yeah, the camera also focused on a puzzle that was over to the left of where we are now. And we'll be doing that puzzle in a bit. It's a really unique puzzle, and when I first played this game, I actually couldn't figure it out. I actually had to look it up when I was a kid, because I just didn't get it. After I looked it up, I completely understood what to do then after that. I didn't really need to look anything else up, but that was the only thing in this game I had to look up. But I'm going to show you how to do it in a minute, and it's actually really simple. It's just figuring out how to get the Pikmin onto the puzzle, which is hard. Once you know how to do that, you should understand it though. But we got the signal back, and on the next day we'll be able to get to a completely different area, because the signal has reached out to a different area, and that'll be cool. But we're going to stay behind here, and we're going to spend about 10 more minutes, maybe 5, Just collecting more fruit because why not? We will need to come back here another day later on when we have all the colours of Pikmin, but we might as well get as much as we can while we're here, because then we'll have less to do next time and it'll be less stressful next time. I'm just going to quickly swap this over so we can make more rocks, because we're lowest on rocks. That makes the most sense to me. There we go. I think I accidentally whistled one of the Pikmin off the spicy berries, but that doesn't really matter that much. We're just going to head over here. I like to have all three of my captains with me for this. I'd recommend having all three as well. So I left Brittany with some yellows. You only really need 3. You can get more if you want, but there's no need. So we're going to kill these enemies because they're in the way. And now we're going to throw some Pikmin onto the scale. And as you can see, this scale here affects the scale up there. And there's a mushroom. So what you have to do is you have to throw yellow Pikmin onto that mushroom and then they land on the scale from the mushroom. But when I was younger, I had no idea the mushroom would bounce the Pikmin onto the scale, so I never really bothered. We're just going to carry that pellet because it's in the way. I think it's just best to carry it. Unless you're in a speedrun situation, then maybe not. But it's just better because if you throw your Pikmin up there, like they'll randomly grab it sometimes and it's annoying. But so there we go. Let's just keep throwing the Pikmin up. Nice and steady. And now Charlie and I are going to stand on this scale. And as Brittany, you want to go in this very bottom left corner and target the mushroom and throw yellows onto it. It'll activate the other scale, and there's 3 yellows on that one and there's 2 of us on there, so technically we're lighter, so we get lifted up. And what you need to do then is stand up here and get your yellows, and there's a start fruit hanging down from a tree branch, so all you need to do is throw your yellows down to it. Oh yeah, this is an instance of the whistle being really annoying and only whistling from the height you're on. Like, it doesn't whistle from lower down. That's one problem I have with the whistle. But we're just going to collect it like this. We can easily get back up. If you get stuck down here, what you want to do is throw 1 extra Pikmin than you have on the other one on this scale. Stand on the scale yourself and just throw the Pikmin up and it'll lift back up again. That's just physics for you. There we go. Go through this tree. It's a nice little detail. I love this game. Just little things like that make this game so much better than the other Pikmin games. There we go. Take out this mushroom. There's a fruit there. It kind of blends in. It looks a bit like a rock, but it is a fruit that you can carry. It weighs 8, so just carry it. And we're going to go down here, and there's a data file. So this is why we need 2 captains. You could technically do this with 1, but then you'd have to do the scale puzzle again to get back up. So it's best you just do it with 2. And now we're going to play as the other captain, and you want to run across this branch and jump in this hole. Don't worry about Pikmin that get left behind, because they'll follow you into the loading zone anyway. And it's one of those enemies, I forget what they're called, but it's the one that the rock Pikmin are inside of. Very easy, just take him out with rock Pikmin and he'll drop a little berry. This berry, I think that it's a really silly place to put it. It's such a small fruit for such a big puzzle. Like, that's quite a complicated puzzle you have to do to get to it, and it's quite hidden and well out of the way. So I just don't get why it's such a small fruit. Like, they could have had the little berry as like the one in the middle of the puzzle, and they could have had that bigger fruit at the end. I just don't think it's a very satisfying reward for doing all this, but we're 100% in the game, so we might as well do it. But yeah, inside these eggs there's 3 bomb rocks as well. If you need bomb rocks for anything, like gates or enemies that you want to take out, there's extra bomb rocks there. So yeah, feel free, help yourself. This map's actually got quite a lot of bomb rocks, thinking about it. I was thinking that Distant Tundra probably has the most bomb rocks, but actually I think this map has the most by far. I'm trying to calculate in my head how many there are. I'm not sure if I can work that out right now because I think it may change on certain days depending on what you've done in the story. But I'm just going to go in here as Brittany. Now there's a little cave here underwater, and we can't really do anything here yet because we don't have the right amount of Pikmin. We don't have the right colour Pikmin to get in here because we drown getting them in, and even if we could get them in, we can't really activate any of the stuff in here yet, and even if we could, we couldn't carry it back out. So we're going to have to come back here later when we have blues or wings. Yeah, that's all the fruits I want to get for today. I'm just gonna whistle these off. I'm gonna whistle any other Pikmin coming back with berries. You may have noticed there was an electric gate on the left, not on the right for me now. But there was an orange bulb next to it, and in that gate there is a mini boss, and we will do that next time as well. So we'll have quite a bit to do next time, but I wanted to make sure we did have quite a bit to do, because if we don't, then it'll be a really short day and it'll be a bit boring. So yeah, let's just end the day. We got plenty of stuff done. We did that big puzzle, we got the boss killed. So yeah, technically we did quite a bit of stuff. We got that other fruit as well near the cannon beetle. It just feels like we haven't really done much, but we have. We got more sprays as well. And we still haven't lost any Pikmin. Maybe we can do this deathless. Maybe we can. I don't know though. It's still hard to do deathless. I make it look easy sometimes, but it's really not. There we go. We haven't found any new types of Pikmin for a while. Maybe we will tomorrow. Maybe. But let's just do some fruits. I like how this melon counts as a separate fruit for all the different pieces. It'd be good if it just had the massive melon and it just juiced it all at once, but nah. I think it'd be better if, even though I like sitting through just watching the juice slowly build up in each glass, I think it would be better if it had like the amount of glasses it filled and it just filled all the glasses at once. Like with the melon, for example, it fills up 3 glasses, so it'd be good if it just put out 3 glasses and all of them got filled at the same time. Like just to show how much juice is in it, because it's sometimes hard to judge with certain fruits how much there is. Because especially if the thing is already half full, it looks like it's filled more than it has. But yeah, it's a cool detail. I like how all the fruits are different. It'd be really weird if all the fruits gave the same amount of juice. It just wouldn't quite work for me. And the whole game would just feel weird because you'd be getting the same from everything. One thing I do think this game hasn't got quite right, but I completely understand why they've done it, is certain fruits, especially with puzzles and even mini bosses, like the fruit sizes don't really tell you how difficult they are to get, because there are some big fruits in this game that are fairly easy to get, but then you get some small fruits like that one I got today, which is quite out of the way and quite hard to find, but it's only like a small little fruit that gives you half a juice. And then sometimes you could find like a big fruit that gives you like 2.5 juices, which is quite out in the open, or it's just inside of like an enemy. So it just feels a bit weird to have the fruit scattered like that, but I think it's just because certain fruit wouldn't fit in certain locations, that's probably why. But there we go, we have got 5 weeks worth of juice, so we're completely fine for juice. We always will be, always have been. Even on day 2 when we have 2 left, that's still fine, in my opinion. We grew a few more Pikmin, and we didn't lose any, like I said. So if you enjoyed that, please like the video and subscribe if you're new around here. I enjoyed making the last 5 episodes, I enjoyed making this one, and I'm going to enjoy making the next few episodes. So if you enjoyed watching them, then please watch the new ones as well, because it means a lot to me. So I'm going to leave you now. Goodbye. Thank you very much.